Up here at the Supreme Court, there's plenty of people representing both sides of this issue because both sides feel there is so much on the line for them.
Family Research Council's Tony Perkins says constitutional freedoms are at risk. Like Phillips can be forced to express a message his conscience opposes.
This case is not about same-sex marriage. It's about dealing with the ramifications of the court's decision a couple of years ago that puts at risk the ability to truly have First Amendment freedom.
Over on the other side of the plaza, a wife and mother of transgenders says cake baker Phillips is discriminating, plain and simple.
If he makes wedding cakes, what difference does it make who he's serving it to? He's not there to judge their marriage. He's there to make cakes.
Jamie Grant, a top official in the Parents and Friends of Lesbians and Gays organization.
We can't turn the clock back on the way that we live. This is an attempt to erode our way of life.
Back on the other side, Republican Congressman Steve King says the court is attacking the very essence of the First Amendment if it rules against Phillips and his bake shop.
For the government to compel people, first of all, to violate their conscience, and then conduct any kind of action that violates their conscience, it is completely untenable in this country.
The justices in the 1.5-hour hearing seemed torn about the ramifications of the case, their questions suggesting they didn't want to hurt civil rights, but neither did they want to jeopardize freedoms guaranteed by the First Amendment.
What's so suspenseful about this case is the swing vote. Justice Anthony Kennedy has ruled many times for gay rights, but also ruled many times for free speech rights. So the case really is, at this point, a toss-up.
He's written a lot of the decisions dealing with same-sex marriage and sort of seen himself as the defender of that.
On the other hand, though,
he's been one of the great defenders of free speech. He's written some of the best opinions out there. All he really has to do is follow that precedent, follow that idea that the government can't compel speech, and that ought to be a clear ruling for Jack.
We won't know for quite some time what that ruling will be, since the High Court usually takes months before it issues a decision. Paul Strand, CBN News, the Supreme Court.